What up, everybody?
Hey, where you find this fire at, though?
Hey, you already know what I do.
This man.
Is this social?
Social just released this today. So I said I had to get this on.
This man.
Sometimes you just, hey, what did we do last time? We just let it rock for a second.
Let it rock. That bass.
This is Social Club's new hit. It's called Every Time. It's on iTunes or wherever you find music. Go ahead and download it. I know they come out with a new album soon, so. But, what up, Jay? It's your host for the Perfect Cast. We're back. Everybody calls me T. And
we got Jazzy the Gray over here. You know what time it is.
Hey, and we got a surprise for you. We got a surprise. We always hit y'all with a surprise. We got my boy Sam.
Hey, we got Sir Samuel.
Sir Samuel.
I actually like that.
Sir Samuel.
Sir Samuel, man. What is up?
What's up, man?
Welcome to the show.
Bibliography. That's all I
Hey, Sam, go tell me about yourself a little bit, man. What's up?
Man, this social is rocking though. I can't even lie.
I
Like,
love it.
just can I hear 1 second though?
Need some more volume in the headphones?
My bad.
Take two. Go ahead.
This is joint.
If we pop up in your city, we gon' shut it down. I got
Hey.
a squad, even
Wow,
if
this
I'm
is-
out of town. My circle extra small, yeah. We
Yo,
don't
this is
play
great because my
around.
daughter,
You know how
her
we
favorite
do it
group is Social
every
Club.
Oh,
So
man, I see she had the gear on. One of your posts, she had
yeah,
the gear,
yeah, we went to the concert. They were out there in Maryland, and man, they just the show was just electric.
I know, man, they're good. I like that's like one of the first groups I really got into. For sure, man. They're good.
Sure, man. I'm excited to be here, man.
Well, we were happy to have you, man. We've known you for
Wow. It's been, I've known you guys, unfortunately, unfortunately and fortunately, too long.
It's been a while. I mean, you said because we met through basketball,
For sure.
and I think you met Jay through basketball. Did you meet Jay through basketball?
Pretty much.
Yeah, and then I met E, obviously,
Right.
through hooping.
He said he hated me at first.
Elaborate.
He went there, if you haven't met T well, first of all, the reason why I hated him was because he was
I don't
good.
think you hated me though. I think it was just healthy competition.
Hate's a strong word.
Yeah, I don't think
Did
he
he
hated
talk
me.
trash?
Yes, come on, your brother.
Out of all the brothers, he talks the most trash. Most people don't know that.
I don't talk the most.
He talk the most trash.
Out of all of them, I don't know. E is pretty up there.
He don't talk that much trash.
No, actually, you're right. He doesn't talk that much trash. He just makes the faces.
Does he?
Yeah, he makes
Shoot.
the big. But
I think
Travis,
he's the most athletic out of all of us, for sure, man. Did you play with him at Nova?
yeah, we played together at Nova. He knows. We used to. I was a
It's like,
40-point guy.
look, me and Sam, we
Yeah.
was heavy competitors. We went to the same church, went to the same college, we went to the same schools.
Yeah.
Inseparable.
Yeah, this was actually a mile and a half back.
But it's good, man. Honestly, man, I'm glad I met you. I'm glad, you're a great dad. You got a wonderful family. Congrats on the
Great man,
newest
guy.
baby girl. You got your real estate going, man. So follow this man. He'll give you his Instagram and Twitter stuff so you can follow him on there.
Absolutely.
But glad to have you, man, for sure.
Absolutely
So
glad to be here.
I'm actually excited about the topic today. I think it's a really good one. Again, we're the Perfect Cast, and our topic today is going to be Christian hip hop artists featuring secular artists on their songs. I think we can do vice versa too.
Yeah, I mean, we had a lengthy discussion about it the last time. Like, it was really long, and we were throwing out our thoughts like right on the spot. But I took some time to think about it.
Okay.
And it just really depends on who you're bringing in.
Okay.
It really because, like, I listen to orchestral music, right?
Okay.
Now, let's say this person's not a Christian. Do I not let him bring his talent, like, to make me a beat or something?
But see, there's no lyrics there, though.
So you're talking about bringing lyrics in?
Yeah. So obviously, if you're a drum, you guys, all of us are drummers, by the way.
Yes, we're drummers. I'm the
So-
least. I'm at the bottom, but I'm still a drummer.
If your
I'm at the top.
if
It's
your
okay.
teacher is not Christian, You know what I mean? But I think you can still learn from that drummer.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
Without a doubt.
But I'm saying I think that's different because there's no lyrics. Once you start bringing lyrics and stuff into it, I think that's where it gets a little bit choppy.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you also have to look at lifestyle. Like, remember we were talking about how Nicki Minaj got on a gospel song. I forgot. Tasha Cobbs.
I don't even think I ever heard that song.
Yeah, but it's like her lifestyle does not fit what she's talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She's talking about quote scripture and all kind of stuff, but her lifestyle says differently.
Right.
And there's people who might be like, oh, well, she's a Christian too. I can do the same thing she's doing.
Right. Well, Sam had a good point about that last time, Sam. You said you just got to listen to the words. You know what I mean?
I think, well, the question is such a good question because it's like, you know, where do you sort of, it's a couple of things. One, when you think about secular music,
it's a thin line for sure.
Yeah, you kind of think about like, well, what does that even mean? Like secular music?
True.
Are you saying like where does that sort of fit? So the sort of, like you said, Jasper, I was thinking about it over the week and kind of really taking some time, and I think it's kind of hard to put it, you know, like in two boxes, secular or not secular, and that's very difficult when you start saying like, you know, you check the list like, hey, this song right here, secular. Hey, this song right here, non-secular. You really got, for me, I would say, you got to comb through it a little bit more and see exactly what is the substance, see exactly what is the content that they're putting out, and then judge the fruit by the actual fruit.
Right.
Now, if someone says that, let's say, like you said, Nicki Minaj has a song with Tasha Cobbs, and I saw the video or whatever. I didn't really listen to the lyrics that much. I kind of skipped through it, I ain't gonna lie. But let's just say, you know, she mentioned like, hey, one of the lyrics just said Jesus is God. Right, she said it. Jesus is God, and then blah, 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 whatever. Well, that one little part right there, I can judge that for what it is. Is she saying Jesus is God? And me as a believer, I believe that that's true.
Right.
Jesus is God. So for that one particular part, I can sort of take that at face value. Now, if the next verse says that Jesus is God, and I'm all up in the club, and Jesus is with me, then that's where you kind of have to, like,
hold that. Is that King James? Or is that... Because I didn't read that.
That's not biblical. What chapter is that?
Please tell me the translation.
Over here just flipping through.
Like,
what verse is that?
Is it a red letter?
What I'll say to that is... because we've been believers for a while, you know what I mean? So we know how to discern that.
Yeah,
you know
I mean, that is the gift of the Spirit, discernment.
Right. We know how to discern it. Now, for like the people just coming in, or new believers or coming into the faith, and of course they've been listening to secular music, you know, for who knows how long. Now they're going to think, and this is just my opinion, now they're going to think, well, he's still talking, or she is still talking about Jesus, whatever, with the same music I was listening to. So, I mean, I guess it's kind of merged. So this must be okay because this one lyric has Jesus in it, even though the rest of the song is terrible.
It's like Jesus Walks.
Right.
By Kanye West.
Well, you know, you're tapping into something really good, Travis, because what you're talking about is, like you said, when you proclaim that you have a calling by God, right? When you decide that, when I say, hey, I'm an artist, and I have a calling by God to do music,
right?
The standard changes because you're saying that God has a calling for you. So the problem is that now that you put God in the mix, the standard is God's standard. It's not my standard.
Right.
So that's the reason why you hear people when they get mad at pastors about certain things. They're like, well, you're supposed to be a pastor. How are you going to do X, Y, and Z? It's because of the calling. Yeah. And so that's the problem. Like you're saying, if you start to say I'm associating myself with being a Christ follower, the standard changes now. And
that goes to the point of people saying like, oh, I'm a rapper, but I'm not a Christian rapper. But if you're called by God,
I remember that episode too. That was a good one.
That's a good point you brought up.
I know. I mean, do you think that's good or bad for the CHH culture? I mean, do you think that's? I mean, this. I want to hear from both of y'all because for me personally, and I've heard a couple songs with the both sides of it. You know what I mean? Like secular artists coming on Christian hip hop songs, and they don't say nothing about Jesus or nothing. They're just
talking about.
I mean, just they don't curse or nothing, but they just talk about. Like, have you heard the song "Blessings"?
Yeah.
By Lecrae
and Ty Dolla.
Yeah. Like
it's a dope song, by the way.
it's a good song, but
I kind of don't.
his Ty Dolla Sign's lyrics. I mean, it's his lyrics like his normal songs. You know what I mean? It just doesn't feel like a Christian. It's a good song, but it's not like I don't consider that like a good Christian song. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I know you got the outline and everything, but
go ahead.
So like, here's
it's
sort
our
of,
show.
It's, I forgot.
We do what we want.
Yeah, you're in charge. Nobody else. The wife not gonna come down. She's not.
Hopefully, I hope I'm not in that much trouble.
Turn that heat back on.
So. So no, but like for me, the way I sort of look at it is like going back to what I was saying earlier. You know, calling it secular, you know, non-secular is honestly, it does it a disservice, because what I think is when you call it secular, what you end up doing unintentionally is sort of putting yourself a little bit above it.
Right.
Because you say, "Oh, this is secular," right? It's like, "Oh, that's just like my first." So the only problem I see with that is because if you're trying, one thing I didn't say is like I sort of can't. My walk with God, you know, my transformation with God was through music. So, you know, I gave my life to Christ, or I felt like God had called me back in like 2014.
Okay.
So like, you know, I feel like I'm still a new believer.
Okay.
And the first thing I asked God to do, I was like, God, you know, now that I'm starting to follow your way, I really need music.
Yes.
I was like, God, you know, I'm switching up, God. Can you give me some
music is a big part of our
very
life.
interesting that you say that, because that conviction, the conviction of music, is not big. From what I've seen, like people come to Christ and they still can listen to this and they still listen to that.
Well, I say that, and then because
that
sanctification process, it was a process. So out the gates, I was like, I knew that the music I would listen to, I started to listen to it a little bit different. Like I still put on the Kanye, I still put on the Jay, but I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna listen to every song. You know, these songs are not that good. I'm listening to these songs, and then it went from like I'm listening to these 5 to like 2.
Okay.
So it was a little bit of a process.
I think everybody's process is different. I know we talked about that on a previous show. For me, see, Jay, he went all in.
I did. I was cold turkey. Like deleted the whole iTunes.
That's dope.
Like,
see, I'm more like you. Saying I had to gradually. Because I went into it. If you just go listen to the past episode, I'll tell you about how I got into Christian hip hop. I went into it.
Listen.
Then I came back out. Then I had to ease myself back into it.
Okay.
So I'm kind of like you in that aspect. But I mean, I don't know. How do you guys feel about Christian artists being on secular songs? And I know you hate that word secular, but or non-Christian hip hop songs.
Christian. So
can you give me an example? Like,
well, yeah, he said, what do we feel about
like
Christian artists being on?
I like a non-Christian rapper's song. So like, there's a song, and then they'll be featured on just a regular song. You know what I mean?
Man, it's again. I
think it's still a fine line.
What do you think?
I don't know. It's a fine line to me.
To me, it's.
What do you think, Josh?
It depends on what the song is about. I mean, the song could be about, you know, girls and killing, or it could be the quite the opposite and just a positive song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just a positive song. I think in that aspect it's okay if it's just like
because somebody asked you.
Yeah.
Like
you can't conform to them. You still got to be you.
Yeah, you still got to be you.
You know what I mean?
That's like a pastor going to let's say he goes to a church that doesn't necessarily follow the Bible, but it's still a church.
Or like a youth camp or something. You know, something random.
You're laughing. That happens. And
well, yeah, you don't know until you get there.
Yeah, and then like you still are obligated to preach the gospel
for sure,
regardless if they're not preaching it. Like
I feel like
you're still obligated to do it.
I feel like that would be easier for artists than bringing someone secular into a Christian song.
Yeah, because then you would have to like lay out. Well, I would lay out ground rules. Like if I were to do that, like, hey, there's no cursing. This song is about this, that, and the other.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But maybe some artists don't do that. They're like, hey, just come on and do your thing. I don't know how those conversations.
That's like someone, and I know you want to say something. Sam, I'm sorry, I keep jumping.
No, go. This is good.
That's like me, someone bringing someone here that's not a Christian or whatever. You know what I mean? And
that doesn't meet up with the sort of values that you have.
They're just cursing along, and
your family's here.
If I were to bring someone on,
I
would have to, like you said, lay the ground.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I can go to another person's show. They already know what I'm about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You hope.
Well, well, here's the other side of the coin is that, you think about it like this, though, if you have this, let's say this person that's making music that is not, whatever, adoration to God, right? And then you have an artist that jumps on that track, that might be an opportunity for someone to sort of hear the gospel for the first time through that artist.
Say that.
Yeah.
So
that's the big reason why people say,
well,
this is why I'm doing this.
Well, I don't know. I don't know the conviction, but I can see some sort of value in it. Like someone could be listening. Like I think of an example where I was listening to Shady 45?
Right.
With Sway in the Morning.
Sorry, we got the All-Star game on it.
That's the problem.
I was trying to contain
we got
myself.
3 basketball players in here, and you got a TV with the All-Star game.
We did pretty good for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
That's
my head's starting to turn a little bit.
I know. All right, go ahead, Sam.
No, but I was listening to this to Toby. You guys heard of Toby before? Toby
Yes,
New England?
Toby, yeah, he's kind of new.
This dude is dope, man. He's Nigerian like me.
Is he?
So that's why he's dope.
I'm waiting for you to bring that Afro dance music out.
Hey, if anybody wants the African music, follow me.
Shameless plug.
It's at Sam ELIGWE.
But go ahead, man.
So Toby was on the show, with Sway, and they had 2 artists on there. They had, Toby, who's a believer, and they had someone else that was just like a rapper or whatever. And so the other guy starts going first. I meant F-bombs, anything with a curse word to rhyme with another word, basically.
Which is easy to do.
Which is very easy to do. The words are so simple.
Yeah.
And then Toby gets on it, not one curse word, just so much God in it. And I meant,
I gotta see this.
I'm telling you gotta watch it.
It's on Sway?
It's on Sway. It's on YouTube. But the point is that he was able to, go in, give his sort of perspective without having to cross over and go in the opposite direction. So
that kind of forum is different than you bringing somebody. Hey, this is our song, because Lecrae, he was on the Cypher one time.
Okay. Yes,
right?
I heard about that.
He was he rapped about God and talking about getting released from chains and sin and stuff. And all these other dudes rapping about what rappers rap about, money, cars.
Because I think he's been on the BET Awards. And stuff?
Yeah. So in that forum, it's kind of like a Cypher is different than a song to me.
Okay.
Because it's you got a bunch of people, and they're all spitting their own perspective. There's no
It's similar.
Form.
There's no form.
Right.
There's no form.
But if you're bringing somebody on your song,
because it might be a concept behind the song. Like, hey, this type of song, I wanna talk about
but
this.
See, in that instance, Cyphers, I think it's good for CJ artists to get out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because now, you got people watching the awards over, they're listening to all these rappers, and all of a sudden, bam, you got Jesus in your face, and this dude is actually good.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's true.
Maybe I should take a listen to it. You know what I mean? And now that's your step to being in, getting the message out there to people who normally wouldn't hear it.
Right.
I think it's good in that aspect. Also, I think it's good for CHH artists to try to branch out.
Because it's hard.
That's
the one thing I say. It's very difficult. You have to be spiritually strong. You got to have the right people around you. I'm not saying it's a simple task to do that, but if they are going to take that approach, they have to sort of put in whatever measures are necessary to keep God at the center. Yeah. Keep the message about God and use the platform to put Him forward, not their own agenda.
It is.
Can't argue with that.
As a Christian, you have to have the Holy Spirit in your life and let Him lead you. He won't lead you wrong.
Yeah.
But a lot of times we want to do what we want to do.
That's flesh.
Yeah,
We love the flesh.
So,
said. For example, you guys, when we were here consulting about the show the other day, I already had an idea.
Yeah.
For sure.
Set your ways.
God came in here and said,
Wow, that was perfect timing.
I mean, you saw it firsthand.
Yeah.
You saw it firsthand. I had a whole thing lined up.
Yeah, you have to be. So
and you were supposed to leave 30 minutes before that?
We get to talk.
Sorry, Mrs. ELIGWE.
Yeah,
that was my fault.
I hope you didn't get mad at me.
At least my wife knows it wasn't my fault.
But thanks, guys. I mean, I really appreciate this topic. That was a good topic. I hope people listen, get something out of that. And if you have anything to add, you always follow us on Twitter and Instagram, the Perfect Cast for both. I gotta thank our fans, I guess. You know what I mean? We did the BCS challenge.
Yeah, right.
We did the BCS challenge.
Saw that.
So we did it on our top 4 fast food. And the last time I checked, Jay, it was 900 and
yeah.
something views, man.
Yeah, it was
We're almost at 1,000 views, man.
nice.
Wow.
That's crazy, right?
That's awesome.
I didn't even.
And
I told
I only
Jay.
shared it twice.
I know. I told Jay I thought we might get like 100 people maybe watch it and actually like say something.
Yeah.
But that's so. Thank you all who shared and commented. So we got a couple of lists here.
And thank you all for proving that my list was
Here we
better
go. Nobody
than
said that.
yours.
Nobody said
It's
that.
not about saying.
Hold up,
it's
before-
about the statistics.
Before,
Stats.
before we
yeah.
Stats.
before we read these off, because I got a lot, and Jay, I know you got a lot. Sam, I need you to name off your top 4 right now, live on air. We need to know before we even go. So here you go. You got the floor. What you got?
Top 4. What is it again?
Top
Fast
4
foods.
fast food restaurants.
Oh God, man, this is top 4 fast foods. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna definitely go with Five Guys, even though.
Bam. Bam. Already out the
You
gate.
know how I feel about that.
I know how he
Already
feels about
out
it.
the gate.
I gotta go with Five Guys. Is up
Right
there,
on
man.
your list.
It's
I
just-
know, but I'm
But he
saying
supports
though,
it, though, right?
yes, I support it as a fast food restaurant.
It is a fast
If
food.
it was fast food, it would be on my list.
Oh my
But I
God.
don't think it's
God.
fast.
It is
Continue.
fast food. Anyways. Go
Okay,
ahead.
I got the Five Guys. Gotta go with Chipotle.
Okay. Ooh,
know,
a Chipotle sighting.
quick, is it not?
That's fast food.
Is that not fast? Jasper's not liking my list.
Chipotle's fast food.
That's fast
Yeah,
food.
Chipotle's fast food.
Okay.
I know it's fast food, man. I've been telling you this.
Text.
I'm probably gonna go with another burger spot. I'm gonna have to go with In-N-Out.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, we had a couple of those.
Yeah,
Yeah, a couple
In-N-Out.
of
And then the last one, I'm gonna keep it classic. To be honest, I'm just gonna
Okay.
go with the Popeyes. You know?
Okay.
This man is like a hipster. He didn't name like Wendy's.
Yeah,
he didn't name
he's
McDonald's,
total
Taco Bell.
No,
Which
none
I
of
got a lot of
Why?
McDonald's, by
none
the
of
way.
those. No, McDonald's is not my list.
We got a lot of McDonald's, by the
You
way.
got a lot of McDonald's. A
Yeah,
lot.
definitely. So I'm gonna read off a couple, Jade, and you can read off some of yours.
Right.
So I gotta start off with the wife's, okay? And she got
Solid.
Chick, Taco Bell, Subway, Wendy's. That's
Chick,
hers.
Taco Bell, Subway. Subway made the favorites.
I mean, I got a couple. I didn't get too many though.
Yeah, that's the first time I heard Subway. Me and Sarah got to talk.
Subway made the list.
And then Diamond or Danelle and Chanel, the twins that we know.
Right.
She got Mickey D's, Chick, Wendy's, and Cookout.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cookout. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's what she got. All right, and then I got my little, I guess, nephew by marriage, I guess. A little Caleb. Shout out to you, little dude. You know, he tried to play
Shout out, Caleb.
basketball. You know, he has little pictures of this. Okay, I need to see if he can get a bucket.
That's the most important.
Yeah, we need 50 piece.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come up there and see if he can get a
No
bucket.
need for the pictures if
That's
no butt.
that's my West Virginia family right there. He got Mickey D's, he got Chick, he got Wendy's, and he got Burger King.
Oh, that's the first Burger King I saw.
That's the onion ring sauce is banging.
I know.
They got the
So
zesty onion ring
my
sauce.
man Tommy Sullivan, he got Chick, White Castle, Wendy's, Taco Bell. Levon, what up? Shout out to you for following and sharing everything, man. He got Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A, Five Guys, and he got Papa John's.
Papa
you
John's?
tell-
Oh, that's tough.
Nah.
I gotta go with Jasper on this one. He get the pizza for the fast
Nah,
food?
you
I don't
can't.
know.
Nah.
That's no one. When I think fast food, pizza, delivery pizza is not on the list.
Yeah, nah.
I don't think I
on.
would put pizza
Come
on the
on.
list.
That's
either,
how
man.
we
Yeah.
survive.
Yeah, that's Levon, man. Levon, we gotta have a talk.
We
man.
readjust.
Yeah, we might have to talk to him.
Courtney, she agrees with my list, okay? Except she doesn't like Taco Bell and she likes Bojangles. But
Bojangles is not bad.
Yeah.
Bojangles is trash.
Oh man, the Bowberry biscuit though.
Trash.
See, he don't even know. He probably doesn't even eat there.
You know why?
I used to travel down to North Carolina every year for a
my
conference,
gosh, man.
and they would go to Bojangles every time.
You got the Bowberry biscuit though.
Yeah, I saw it.
You asked for it fresh.
I didn't do that. I looked at it and I was like, I don't want it.
My man Ben, my roommate in college when I was at Wise, he has Chick, Taco Bell, Mickey D's, and then Chipotle too. Glenn, Glorioso, he got Mickey D's, Bojangles, Checkers, and
Oh,
Wendy's.
Checkers.
Yo, by the way, Chanel and them, they were trash.
They
at
were.
Checkers.
They said Checkers was trash. I don't know what they talking about.
Checkers is trash.
they
Come
say.
on, man. The fries?
The fries,
No,
the
fries.
fries hit. Now the Big
Yeah.
Buford is okay.
I
mean,
think
chili
the
cheese
rest of the
noodles.
meal is good too,
go
man.
with-
All right, my man Ron, Cookout, Chick, Five Guys, another Five Guys.
I
So
told you.
it's fast food, man. I'm
Jasper,
telling you.
Not fast.
Then
Come
he
to
got
the side.
Bojangles.
You have to sit there and wait.
Kathleen, she got Chip, Subway, okay? then she put Starbucks in there.
Oh no, she didn't.
So she needs to find the nearest exit immediately.
I wouldn't
Her
consider,
Starbucks?
Yeah, I wouldn't consider Starbucks
Fast food? Nah.
But I mean, Dunkin' Donuts has food in there too.
Yeah, they got way more options than
Right.
Starbucks.
Aaron, he's on my league over at Church of the Nativity.
True.
He got Chick-fil-A, he got Cookout, he got Wendy's, and he got In-N-Out. That's what he
In-N-Out
had.
made the list.
And last, I got Brian Sexton. He was my teammate over
Oh
at
yeah,
UVA
Brian. What's up?
Live.
Shout out, Brian.
Shout out, Brian. What's up, man? He got Cookout, he got Chick, and he says the rest of them are all even after that.
And that's pretty simple. We
pretty
know who's in the
simple.
I like
championship.
his methodology. That's a good approach.
So that's the people that I got.
I mean, some of the people that I know, like my girl Jasmine Spriggs, we go way back to 4th grade. Miss
Okay.
Reeves, I was bad as a mug.
Reeves.
I used to get kicked out of class all the time. She got
Putting a personal business out there, man.
no, I'm saying I got kicked out. Of class.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Wendy's.
Okay.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad.
Chick-fil-A is number one on a lot of people's lists. I want you to know that. Right?
I'm
Do
not
you hear
putting
that?
Chick-fil-A up there, but he said the line is long. It's not fast food.
Oh my God, it doesn't. Anyways, keep going.
We're not getting into that. My boy Corey, he has Five Guys, which I don't agree
Another
with.
Five Guys
He
citing.
has Culver's. I've never
been there.
Heard of
Yeah,
it.
I've
It's
never
like
been there.
Wisconsin or something.
Right.
Steak and Shake and Popeyes.
Steak and shake.
I can rock with that. And I mean, there's some other ones, but pretty much Wendy's and Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell,
Right.
Cookout usually made the list.
I'm surprised McDonald's got as much as it did because everybody trashes McDonald's, but a lot of people had it on their list.
When the push comes to shove,
People get
that dollar menu.
Fries are
That-
still
that's
good.
right.
man. Fries are still good.
fries remind me of high school fries, which I always
High
ate.
school fries? No way.
Yes, our high school
No
fries
way.
were banging.
Come on.
No
man.
way.
Yo, I don't know about yours. Mine was.
Listen, it's All-Star Weekend,
That's
so
that Fairfax
obviously,
high school stuff.
Yes.
we're watching Rising Star Challenge, but we ain't watching. Thank goodness for DVR because I will be going back to watch it. But we got the 3-point contest, the dunk contest, and the skills challenge. So I would just wanted to know who'd you guys, did you guys have any winners for that, or are y'all paying attention to that at all, or what's your predicament?
My question is, what is the dunk contest going to do?
I don't know.
I feel like everything's been done.
So Dennis Smith Jr., Miles Bridges, I can't even say this dude's name. Hamadou Diallo. That's an African name. Go ahead.
Diallo.
Yeah. And John Collins. They're all
He's
in
in it.
John Collins is in it.
Yeah.
When we were looking at him.
Yeah.
So-
I got John Collins.
John Collins got bounce.
I don't know. Dennis Smith Jr. got a lot of bounce too.
And he's short, so he could probably do something that make it look better. That's the problem. If you're short and you got bounce, you make simple dunks look really good.
So Steve Francis.
I know. That dunk contest was.
That was epic.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Back in the day when, between the legs was new.
Yeah, that's the best one. Vince Carter didn't even do that till third dunk though. The first dunk he came out with was the 360 windmill. Shut it down. But T-Mac was nice in that too.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, T-Mac, yeah.
All right, the 3-point contest is Seth,
I can go with Seth.
Steph Curry, Dirk.
I'm going to go
Your
with
boy
Seth.
Dirk is in it.
Dirk?
Yeah,
not
Dirk is in
Wow.
it. Buddy Hill's in it. Dame Lillard, Chris Middleton, Kimball Walker, Danny Green, Devin Book, and Joe Harris.
I don't think Dirk's going to make it around. He's
He's too old.
I think he's going to get to the top of the key and
Too old.
yeah, he can move a little slow, man.
Now they tap the hand with
Yeah.
the sub.
I want to say Dirk, but I'm not. I'm gonna say Devin Booker.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That's
go
good.
Book.
That's a good choice.
I'm
I
Go
think
Book.
Devin Booker will get it. You got to pick something different than me.
No, but I like Devin Book.
You don't like Devin Book, man.
What do you mean I don't
I
like
wanted to trade Devin Book for Bill. You didn't want
It's the
that.
same player.
Younger,
It's the same
younger,
player.
younger.
It's the same player.
I think he's a better scorer than Bill.
But he don't play defense like Bill. Bill plays better
Bill plays a
defense.
lot of defense.
Yes.
All right.
Lately,
well,
have you been watching?
See, this is what we do. Oh, I'm
You
sorry.
say Bill's a
Sam.
better,
See, you came
better
into this.
defender than Booker?
Yes. Devin
All
Booker
right.
doesn't play any defense.
I agree.
All right, and then we got the skills challenge, which is Luka, Trey, De'Aaron
Luka all
Fox,
day, Luka.
Mike Conley,
Luka.
Jokic,
Luka
Tatum.
won.
I mean,
I think De'Aaron Fox can win it.
Nah.
yeah, he could. He's fast.
He's
He's
fast.
fast, yeah.
Definitely fast, but Luka been doing them skills.
My
since
opinion is
12.
biased. I'm going
Oh,
with
you go to
Mavericks.
Mavericks. Oh god.
So y'all know our picks. Those are our picks. I hope y'all tune in. This is like my favorite time of the year because I've always been a big All-Star Weekend fan, especially for basketball. So, I mean, I got one story to tell you. Before we started, I was telling about my experience at the auto shop of all. But I was going to get my truck inspected.
Right.
So the Grammys happened the other day. I don't watch the Grammys. Okay.
Why did people...
Neither do I.
Anyways, I'm sitting there on my phone, tweeting, whatever. And this random dude, you would think a manly place is an auto shop, right? That's like kind of a manly place,
Yes.
I would say.
You treading up some territory.
I'm just saying.
You treading up some territory.
Usually the topic of Grammys isn't in
Crazy.
the auto store. So at first it caught me off guard. He was like, "Hey man, did you watch the Grammys?" I was like, "No."
I hurt that man's feelings.
I know. I have a tendency to do that.
Did you have your uniform on?
No, I was sitting regular. I was sitting like this.
Okay.
I'm sitting there just
A little
From the Space
intimidated.
Force
he
shirt.
got mad. Sign me up.
Listen, I don't watch the
How
Grammys.
much they paying?
Do I look like I watched the Grammys?
I was like, he got, like, he was like, how did Cardi B win something? I said, man, I don't.
I'm not on the panel.
Yeah, that's the question.
I don't know what happened. I don't even know what Cardi B's songs are. I have no idea. And he was like, and somebody won, This Is America, and one of the best songs. I was like, I don't know if you can hear me.
What do you want me to do about it? You want me to write a strongly worded email to him?
He was like,
I
Pusha
don't
T
understand.
should have did this. I'm like, I'm sure they should have.
I agree.
So
You didn't answer my man question. That's terrible,
I
he wanted to know. He wanted to get your
I couldn't
opinion.
even answer it if I wanted
He
to
wanted the
because I had
perfect
no
podcast
idea.
response.
Yeah, he did. He wanted the perfect cast response.
Yeah.
And you failed us.
Here's the
Yes.
response. I have no idea what happened in there. Okay, and I never will.
Nor
I'll
do I
never
care.
watch it. Yes, I didn't want to put that fact into it, but there's another aspect to this. I don't care.
Yeah.
So, I got 2 shout outs, man. Chanel.
Yeah.
She got her own show now.
Does
Her
she?
own podcast. Yeah, it's called Let's Talk About It. She talks about suicide and depression and stuff like that, which I guess she struggled with. And I listened to her first episode the other day, and I retweeted it on our Twitter page, and it was pretty good. I think she did a good job. Obviously, with the job I'm in, I deal with that a lot.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a big thing out here, and not just for regular people. For Christians, we go through it. Well, not we, but people go through it too.
Everybody.
Everybody goes through it. It hits
We're
everybody.
imperfect.
So,
We're imperfect.
and then my boy Dwayne, we talk sports all the time. He has a YouTube page, and it's called Wiz Takes. So he talks about the Wizards. He breaks down the games and stuff. So those are my 2 shout outs.
I got a couple shout outs myself.
Okay, go ahead.
My boy Eddie, he loves the show.
Okay, what's up, Eddie?
Yeah, my man Eddie.
Shout out Eddie.
Yeah,
Eddie.
he want to get on.
Eddie.
Hey, we need to try
Eddie,
it.
listen, man. You can't just probably.
Listen,
You
the
gotta go.
honcho's over there. I can't make that decision.
We'll have to sit down and chat for a second,
But,
see what you're about, Eddie.
He runs his own remodeling and landscaping business. Check
Okay.
him out on
That's
Opus
awesome.
Art.
Nice.
And,
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Especially this time of the year, you need that.
Oh yeah,
sure,
he's
man.
good at what he does, man. So hit him up on Instagram at Opus Art.
Hey,
Cool.
listen, Sam, thanks for coming on, man. I
Hey,
appreciate
man.
it, man.
This was great, man. I feel like I'm not even ready to leave,
You know,
to be honest.
I'm kind of disappointed. We didn't argue as much as I wanted.
You know
to.
what? You know, he did a good job of sort of navigating.
Yeah.
You know, like he didn't let us go off the rail. You know.
You know how we.
I know we can go there.
I gotta do it for me and him, man, because we'll be talking for 45 minutes and just arguing on the same thing. You see
No
what happened?
solution.
No solution.
Hey, that's
We
the
didn't
best
get
part.
anywhere with this.
Debates.
But I appreciate you coming on, man.
Sure,
Again,
man.
the 2 songs are Social Club. They came out with their new song earlier today, and this song is called Super Saiyan. And by Tori Deshawn. You know I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan, so if you haven't seen the movie, go see it. It's good.
Demonic, man.
Here we go.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
a topic for another day. He had to
Wow.
throw that in there. He couldn't just let the show go. He had to throw
Wow.
it in there.
Is this in reference to Dragon Ball
Yeah,
Z?
dude. This man. Listen. Anyways, all the supporters out there, all the fans,
We
again, with the
appreciate
video. You guys, over 900 views. I didn't think we would get that. I didn't think we'd get even close to that. So thank you. This is our latest episode, and thank you for tuning in. And get ready for the next one, man. So, y'all, peace out. It's your boy T.
It's Jazz did it great. It's the Perfect Cast.
And it's our man Sam
Yes,
right here.
yes.
Sir Samuel.
Sir Samuel the Fifth.
This man got lineage.
This man got the lineage. The Fifth.
This man.
Man's
You
royalty
know,
out
be
here.
the king for the next 50 years.
Y'all fool, man.
Sir Samuel the Fifth. I'm gonna start calling you that.
That's cool. I'll take it. Sir Samuel.
All right, man. Hey, peace out.
Peace.
Till next time.